Sister Andrea Brunette is in the place to be. How you doing, Senate?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
So you have something to show us today?
Yes, I went on to the product line and I bought 3 shirts and I just wanted to show you all what I got.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, so this is the first one. This is the
Ah, the Ankh shirt.
the Ankh shirt. I got it in black and gold, but I think I'm gonna go and get a blue one too.
All right.
Okay, so that's the first one.
All
And
right.
then
The Ma'at. Oh, it looks
this
good in
I don't
blue.
yeah,
All
I don't know.
right.
Yeah, this is the Ma'at one.
Oh, that's
I don't
what's
know if you
up.
can see.
Yeah, we see it. We
I'm
see
trying.
it.
Can you see it?
Nice bright
And
color.
yeah, I love this. I love this color. I love it. And then the piece de la resistance is my
I'm
favorite
the best to
one.
be
I'm
tonight.
the place to be tonight. Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm the
There's
best
that
to
on
be
the sleeve
tonight.
too.
Even on the sleeve.
Tonight.
All right.
Even on the
Tonight.
sleeve. I had it. Yeah,
All
this
right.
is the lick right here. So I'll be wearing that on
Oh,
your next live. I will have this one on.
oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, wow.
So
Well,
that's the 3 ones I got.
thank you very
Love
much
them.
for your support. It's appreciated. I'm glad that you like the products.
You're welcome. You're
All
welcome.
right.
And we'll see you on the next live stream.
All right. See you soon, sister. Peace.
Okay.
Hotel.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay, I hope you can see this. Civilization started with agriculture. Custom made shirt from Ma'at Forever, Shaka Indugu. Civilization started with agriculture. This is Curse of Hammurabi, Shaka Indugu, who I support. Civilization started with agriculture.
All right. Hey, brother Donnie Williams. See, you got your
Yeah,
mail.
yeah. What's up, Shaka? I was gonna do just a. I know it's a serious topic, but I was gonna do a little
No, no, I appreciate that, bro. I'm
unboxing.
glad.
So
I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. Live
yeah.
unboxing. Bro, you don't mind if I use this excerpt, like as a clip, my
No,
intro?
no,
Oh,
it's all
thank you.
good.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
for those who wonder, I'm gonna share the link. All right, that's lovely.
Yeah, I got the Heather Gray. Oh man, yeah,
Oh, you got the
I
Kemet
didn't,
shirt as well. Okay.
yeah. I didn't know it had that on the back
In the
though.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's what's up,
That's
man.
lovely. Oh, thank you. I
So
appreciate that.
yeah. So just letting you know, just coming through, showing some support real quick, man. I'm about to get back into this Netflix film. So um, just wanted to say peace, man, and thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot, brother.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Hey, this is my unboxing video that I'm doing for the product I bought from my Out Forever's channel. I bought the coffee mug, and here it is. Sorry there's a glare from the screen, but lots of bold, crisp, beautiful colors, inside and out, high quality ceramic. I absolutely love it. So y'all go check out his website. It's got a lot of fun, fresh designs. And cheers to you, Shaka, and all of your endeavors. Peace.
Our sister RP is in the place to be. What's up, sister?
Et Sin E. How you doing?
Et Senate E. I'm doing Nefer.
Oh, great, great. Um, well, I got it today. I was thinking it was coming from France, but then I did the tracking and it was outside actually when I went to check, and here it is.
Oh, that's what's up. It's just like my hat. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Let me do the solo layout. There it is, brothers and sisters. That's
yeah.
what's up.
I really like this. Yeah, so I have an after school program that I help facilitate. And I'm going to wear this because we're going to start talking about coding. So I'm going to
Okay.
use this as an introduction because this is a code. It's
Mm,
ancient code, but it's still a code. And then we're going to be able to, demonstrate. I'll be able to demonstrate to them the meanings inside each of the, glyphs and stuff. So, but yeah, I was looking online and I was like, this is actually like really good designs. you know. So as soon as I get some more, extra money, I'm gonna get the matching hat, and I want to get a Ma'at shirt. But I really like the Kemet one to start with. Yeah, so it's really good, and the prices ain't bad either. So
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. Maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though. Right,
brother. You said if the brother come on my channel, you done.
Wait.
And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
That's right.
All right.
Mic check. Hotep Senuhena Senuti Iti Ren Isha Kanakukemet. The title of this video, amazingly, is Penis and Sodomy Teaching of ISUPK Hebrew Israelites. If I didn't say it, I wouldn't have believed it. Who's in the place to be? Donnie Williams is in the place to be. Here's a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. My goodness. It's good to document those things because you know how it is. You share a link and you share it for a while, and then one day the link is no longer there. We're not having that no more. So here's Exhibit A. You know, when I come up with a title, it's no cap.
I'm going to say this briefly, and I'm going to prove it later. There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Your penis is the superior penis on this globe. That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African's. That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African. The Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis, the Haitian penis, the Panamanian penis, the West Indian penis is superior to the penises in Africa.
When I go up into ISUPK, when I opened the door, Sonetta, first of all, it was musty. It was musty. All I saw was oiled brothers half-naked brothers doing push-ups. There was not a sister in the mix, but I'm a feminist. You see my wife, you see members of my shrine. Brother, it's so funny that you want to say that when all I ever see you with is dudes. That's all I ever see you. I've never seen you with anybody but men. When I come into your house, y'all all doing push-ups and oiling each other in a musty room. When I came in, I said, Sandetta, you came in right before me. You might remember me saying this. I said, what the hell is going on here? I was like, yo, what is going on here? What? This look like a scene from Caligula. What is going on? what is happening in here? I was like, yo, what is happening? I was like, and then they came to frisk me. I was like, I don't even know where your hand's been. Why are you touching me? It was strange. But I'm the effeminate one.
The penis, there is no penis.
So you heard about the superior phallus. Actually, okay, so here, this is the Zayak and Kataza YouTube channel. Cross the effing line. When he goes on about the superior penis, they are smiling. Zayak felt the need to touch his homie on his shoulder. See? And they're looking at each other, smiling. See? 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 Now, then we have Jabari Osase. There's no problem being on the panel associated with rapists and child molesters. Tell us a story where he went to their place of gathering, and he said that he saw half-naked males. Now, if he's topless, somebody will use topless. You know, Jabari has quite a vocabulary. He's not like Frankie. He decided to choose half-naked men. He even went further and said that those men were oiling each other up. Now, in order to do push-ups, it's quite strange. I've never seen that, never heard of that. So it looks like they have a need to put hands on each other, on each other's bodies. Now, I practice martial art, and those who practice Muay Thai know that before we get into a fight, we use this oil that's going to heat up your muscles. You see? So that's going to help you to use your muscles to the fullest. You see? You will still warm up, but this oil is used, and all Muay Thai practitioners worldwide know about this. That's before we get into a fight. If you go and look Muay Thai or Thai boxing preparation, you will see the guys, you know what I'm saying, particularly in Thailand, you know, the home country of Muay Thai, even though some people argue that maybe it comes from some sort of Cambodian boxing, you know, Boran boxing, I forgot how they call it exactly. But Thailand is considered the homeland. You see, you will see those guys laying down and several of their teammates putting that oil so we can get ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think they were about to have fights in the ISUPK camp. So it's quite strange. It's different. You see? So before I move to Exhibit B, now that you have some context, let's hear it again.
I'm going to say this briefly, and I'm going to prove it later. There is no penis that is superior to the...
Now, for the record, I missed that, but he said, I'm going to say it briefly, and I'm going to prove it later. I wonder how he proved it later. I must have been off the camera.
I'm going to say this briefly, and I'm going to prove it later. There is no penis that is superior to the penis of the man from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Does anybody know how to prove it? Now, somebody may, you know, inform us, because somebody who is an ISUPK member have stated that their leader, General Yahana, molested a boy back in the days. Do you know how that dude is able to prove it? Do they have any contest?
Your penis is the superior penis on this globe. That Puerto Rican penis is superior to an African's. That so-called Negro, your penis is superior to an African. The Mexican penis, the Guatemalan penis, the Haitian penis, the Panamanian penis, the West Indian penis is superior to the penises in Africa.
When I go up into ISUPK, when I opened the door, Sonetta, first of all, it was musty. It was musty. All I saw was oiled brothers half-naked brothers doing push-ups. There was not a sister in the mix, but I'm a feminine. You see my wife, you see members of my shrine. Brother, it's so funny that you want to say that when all I ever see you with is dudes. That's all I ever see you. I've never seen you with anybody but men. When I come into your house, y'all all doing push-ups and oiling each other in a musty room. When I came in, I said, Sandetta, you came in right before me. You might remember me saying this. I said, what the hell is going on here? I was like, yo, what is going on here? What? This look like a scene from Caligula. What is going on? what is happening in here? I was like, yo, what is happening? I was like, and then they came to frisk me. I was like, I don't even know where your hand's been. Why are you touching me? It was strange. But I'm the effeminate one.
Well, actually, I was about to address it. There's another instance where you will see some men getting oiled up besides prior to some sport activity, that is bodybuilding. Do you think they would say that they have a bodybuilding contest behind closed doors just for themselves, just for the males? and then they score each other up. What does the winner get? What is the prize for the winner? But they didn't go there, so they're gonna come up with some explanation. They may find some biblical passage about that. So Exhibit B now. Oh, VB is in the place to be. I got your email, brother. I was just having a look at it. Exhibit B. Now, just so you understand, the voice that you are hearing is General Yohan. That's the leader of ISUPK, the one who has been accused. It is alleged that he molested a boy. If that's true, then it's not only an act of pedophilia, of molestation, of rape, but also of homosexuality. So that's the guy who is speaking right now.
Anal sex with his wife? Okay, well listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people gonna be mad at me about this, but I'm going to tell you like it is.
Now he knows a lot of people are gonna get mad at him for saying this. He knows, but he's keeping it real. He is keeping it real. Now, we haven't heard Napa denying being accused of molesting a child, a toddler, right? We haven't heard Garfield denying being a molester, like Sanetta have insinuated, like Judah Nazareth has accused him of being. Same for Robborn, no denial, right? Now, if I had to do the whole list, it would be just too long, But anyway, just for the record, we are expecting the leader of ISUPK to state for the record if it was true or not. Since he's keeping it real, I think he will just, if it is true, he will say so. Besides, from the looks of it, there's the guy in the text message, and others also heard about that, knew about that. So if he has admitted it in the past, I don't see him denying it in the present.
The answer is yes.
Now, you heard the laugh that he had. I don't know if he had some sort of flashbacks, but man, after he confirmed that yes, he had like the laugh like he was the happiest man on the planet Earth.
Let me tell you something. You call what? He wanted to know if he could have anal sex with his wife. Okay, anal sex with his wife? Okay, well listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people gonna be mad at me about this, but I'm going to tell you like it is. The answer is yes. This is the hard part of being a priest of the Most High. The answer is.
He said, this is the hard part of being a priest of the Most High. What does he mean by hard part?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. The scriptures say this. Everybody in Romans, the 5th chapter, the 13th verse. The question is, for anybody that's asking, the question that he asked was, can a brother have anal sex with his wife? Can he have anal sex with his wife? And the answer, I'm going to break some of y'all hearts. The answer is yes. Do it, sex.
Now, I heard him saying doing in the butt, then I heard some humming. So, I don't know, man.
butt all night long. Let me tell you something.
I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Let me share the video. Let me share the link to this video. Now, first he goes doing it the butt. Then he goes all night long singing, like even if you don't see it, even if you don't see him, because you hear the voice over, you see, on top of a video of him walking down the street holding Frankie's microphone. He goes all night long and you can tell that he's happy. Now we know Lionel Richie's song All Night Long. Hold on, I'll be right back. So we know about Lionel Richie's song All Night Long. Hold on. Okay, let's go back.
Yes. Doing the butt. Sex.
Oh, there's something I missed. It sounds like he says, sexy.
Answer is yes. Doing the butt. Sex. All night long. Let me tell you something. The answer is yes. And the reason why everybody in Romans 5, read this for me and I'm going to explain to you. I know Hebrew Israelites going to disagree with me on this. Hebrew Israelites going to email me from now till Passover, cursing me out there. How dare you how to say this on the air? But I'm going to have to tell you it according to the Bible. If a brother want to have sex in his woman's butt, that's up to him and her. You understand? And this is why. It is not a gay act. A lot of people equate it with a homosexual act. If you are homosexual inside having sex with your woman, fantasized about a man, you got a problem. You got a lust problem for a deviant act. You understand? You got a lust problem for a deviant act that's against the Most High. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me know what I'm talking about. Bear with me. I'm going to let Hans read because everybody won't hear it if you read it. Go ahead. You bear with us a second. Romans 5:13. For until the law, sin was in the world, but sin is not imputed when there is no law. You see what the Most High said? There is no law on how to have sex with your woman. You can use ear, eye, nose, throat, and mouth according to the scripture. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Just like you go to the ear, eye, nose, and throat doctor, you can ear, eye, nose, and throat doctor your wife. You understand? That's between, once again, we got to take the spooky Christian vibe off of sex. Christians have turned sex into a separate religion, man, when it is not a separate religion. He want to go in there, him and his woman want to go in there and do it that way. That's up to them. Now, I will give you a safety warning. This is just a safety warning. That you could catch hepatitis from having anal sex. A lot of homosexuals get hepatitis from having anal sex because of the germs in human waste. Yes, absolutely.
And that sounds like go-go music at the end. All right, I share the link. You have it. I wanted to document that. If anybody wants to make any commentary, feel free. It's not me. I didn't make that up. I haven't heard any denial. One of them doesn't remember. Others are silent. It's just weird. Danny wrote, he said, I remember the video. I didn't catch that. VB, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I'm surprised at all the things we're finding out lately.
Oh, let me turn this down, man. Hold on.
Yeah, these cats are different.
Yeah, they real different. Now, what was he saying? He was saying that why is he giving this lecture? What is this lecture about, man? Is this like
it sounds like he was live streaming?
Uh-huh.
And the question was asked to him. So he answered.
What was the question? Because I missed it. I'm sorry. I just came in, man. I only heard the end, the doing the butt part.
We don't hear too well, because obviously the person asking the question, it may be in the same room. You know, it may be what they call a class. Hold on. Maybe it was not inside of a room. Maybe it was online or on the phone.
Anal sex with his wife? Okay, well listen. Let me tell you something. A lot of people gonna be mad at me about this, but I'm going to tell you like it is. The answer is yes. This is the hard part of being a priest of the Most High. The answer is yes. And I'm gonna tell you why. The scriptures say this. Everybody in Romans, the 5th chapter, the 13th verse. The question is, for anybody that's asking, the question that he asked was, can a brother have anal sex with his wife? Can he have anal sex with his wife? And the answer, I'm going to break some of y'all hearts. The answer is yes. Do it in the sex all night long.
So not only is answering the question about, is it okay to have anal sex with one's wife, but he goes, do we need a butt? Sexy, sexy. Then he says, all night long. It's like it's the nicest question he was ever asked. It's like the most pleasure he ever had in answering a question.
Weird, man. These guys, they very much so fixated on this kind of stuff, man. Have to say, it just is. It's like I think it's for me, just hearing that they often talk about rape, number one. I mean, then why would you want to go from that topic
to the next topic. I mean, I don't see the relevance to them. They actually discuss this stuff, I guess. So they're giving marriage advice right now. That's what that is, right? Is that what that would be classified
Well,
as? Marriage advice.
it seems like it was a question and answer moment. So any question, anything related to their religion, to their belief system, you see. So one person asks, "Is it okay to have anal sex with
look,
yeah?"
It sounds like what he's asking is, I mean, because if I'm correct in their doctrine, you could do whatever you want to your wife anyway, right? I mean, as far as they believe, right? She's your property, right?
That's up to them to answer.
Okay, because I thought that's what they teach and preach, that your wife is basically your property. She's there to please you, regardless of what it is.
Rob on ex-wife testified that when somebody was insulting his wife and people complained, one of them said, that's his wife. He can talk to her any way he wants.
Right.
The lady explained that the guy hit her, beat her like Mike Tyson did with Evander Holyfield's ear. Mm-hmm. He tried to drown her. And when they informed Tazariak, the later answered, no sweat. He didn't care. So it seems like, a woman getting, beat, and even when you have an attempted murder, the guy tried to kill her by way of drowning. They don't mind. They don't care. And then I guess if you bring that up, they're going to say, where's the paperwork? Right. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get down. So.
Yeah, to me, it seems like it would be for them. The confusion I'm having is like, I thought that they could do anything they wanted to their wife anyway. So I didn't think that their wife could say no anyway to these kind of things, because, I mean, I just thought it was kind of automatic, to be honest. So I think it's kind of weird that they discuss it, because I thought that the wife was their property.
Well, I unless I hear it stated publicly, right. I'm not gonna, put words in anybody's mouth. But we do have a testimony from a lady who was with the ISUPK member. I believe he was a captain, actually. You see, but that's Robon's wife. I don't know if they're still together. She was a paid supporter of this channel. She is no longer. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She said she would ask her husband if it's cool for her to give her testimony. She did not give a testimony, so probably the husband, for whatever reason, didn't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the irony is that her own husband or ex-husband, I don't know if today they are still together, has been publicly accused of being a child molester. And he has no denial, no rebuttal.
No.
Just like Garfield Reed. Johanna used Bible to justify their sexual deviance. Well, he mentioned a passage of the Bible. I don't think he read it, But me, it's not just the fact that, that to my knowledge, there is no passage in the Bible that says that it should not be done with one's wife. But generally, it's not really something that Christians will talk about, dwell about. And himself,
that's what I mean, because isn't it? See, that's what I was getting at. Isn't it like kind of like, why would it be important that the priest tells you it's okay? I mean, because isn't that between you and your wife? What if she's not okay with that?
Well, I think he says that it's between him, between a man and his wife. So if they're both down with it, but when we hear him, he knows that's not the consensus amongst Hebrews. Well, like he said, they will write to me from now until Passover. He knows that's not the popular view. So the popular view among Hebrews alike is that it's not something that should be done. If we go by his own admission, you see.
Yeah, because that's yeah. I thought that was in the Bible. I thought that was basically
Sodom and Gomorrah is condemned, but we're talking about two places, two locations, or quote unquote cities, you see. And we know that the term sodomy derives from Sodom,
Right.
Sodom and Gomorrah, you see. So, but there's no passage in the Bible that explicitly says that a man shouldn't do that with his woman. However, it does say, if I'm not mistaken, that a man should not lay with another man like he lays with his. Sorry, maybe I made a mistake. A man should not lay with another man like he lays with a woman. And I don't know if they say it vice versa. If they say it vice versa, then I guess it's up to interpretation. But the thing is not just the fact that he's answering that question with an answer that is not popular among the Hebrew Israelites when it comes to their consensus. It's just the way he answers. With a bud, sexy, sexy, all night long. I mean, damn, it's like he won the lottery.
He's trying to. I don't know why he used that song, man. But that's like a go-go song by this group EU. You know, I mean, what can I say, man? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised they're discussing it. I'm not surprised it's part of their lecture. To me, it sounds like something that's private. You know what I mean? And like, and I don't know. It's just, maybe it's because my family's background is what? Basically Christian, right? So their background, you wouldn't discuss these things openly at all. Anyway, you would go to a priest in private, one-on-one. It wouldn't be on the radio. They don't promote these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like in this group, they promote these kind of discussions openly.
But you ask a legitimate question. Johanna said, okay, it's up to a man and his wife. But we know, thanks to the testimony of Rabon's ex-wife,
right,
that those Hebrews were like, women get fined if they are considered disrespectful. So it seems like they have to obey to the T. Now, what happens if a Hebrews were like ISUPK Israelite guy wants to do it in the bud? And when I'm humming, I'm just making a reenaction of their leader. I played it already. For those who arrive right now, understand that he is the leader of the ISUPK who was humming after saying do it in the butt, right? So what if the woman doesn't want to? Will she get fined? Did she get a fine? So if there's any Hebrews or like woman that comes out of the ISUPK camp, or if it's a former woman of the ISUPK camp, if you don't mind, leaving a message in the comment. You see, right now, the chat is only open to supporters. It's $3 a month, $36 per year. So if for whatever reason you don't want to become a member, by clicking on the link here, once the live stream is over, if you don't mind just leaving a comment and just tell us about your experience. Did you have a choice? Did you have a choice? Did you have a choice? If you said no, did they take you to a private court, Hebrew court, and sentence you, condemn you to a fine or whatever punishment, isolation? What happens? I wonder if they have a choice.
Right.
And on the same breath, if you heard about some molestation cases, because they are so prevalent among Hebrew Israelites, what were the punishment? We've heard somebody had like a 6 months suspension or something like that, but then he did it again and he tried to tell the judge that he was sleepwalking, but he's been sent to prison for years. So just out of curiosity, because they like to keep things on the low, There's that guy who was found guilty in a court of law for molesting a girl, and he's receiving money. The Zodiac sends him money. So we know that they defend and protect them. But was there any private court before the real law, before the tribunal? I mean, there's a dude who used to be cool with me. Then he decided to cap for Sa. Maybe he'll be on Sa's platform. Maybe that will be the reward. But when he is streaming, let me just have a look out of curiosity. When he is streaming, you have like 2-3 people watching. Now, when's the last time he streamed? 2 weeks ago? Yeah. There was a little hype. But anyway, he said that one Hebrew Israelite guy molested a girl, and the girl was forced to marry her rapist. We have anonymous and unidentified in the place to be. Peace to you. Are you a new supporter? Do you mind telling us where you are from? You don't have to say the city. You can just say the state. Just curious. And it's early right now. It's 6 a.m. in New York. I think this evening, it will be late afternoon for America. I will do a live stream, like, open panel. And I wanted to do that for a few days, but there's always something that came up. There's always something that came up. You see? But I would like to do, like, free talk or something like that. So, okay, Avi Anthony joined as well. No. "18 days ago, rejoined." Okay. Andrea Burnett is in the place to be as well. Oh my goodness. But Natasha Da, let me go to her channel. I'm wondering if she denied the accusation, the allegation against her. And it's so funny because she was talking about, she was acting like she was against rape, child molestation, and all that. How ironic if that turns out to be true.
They've all been silent, man. There hasn't been one denial from those persons. There hasn't been one denial. That's really odd, man. That's not odd. That's condemning. That's condemning because, I mean, what would be the reason? The only reason is that if they say no, somebody's going to bring it up.
Somebody's going to bring some paperwork, some evidence, you know what I'm saying? Indeed,
so why say no?
And it's weird, man. So Sanetta has not denied his relationship with Nikki Chanel. Nikki Chanel has not denied her relationship with Sanetta. Sanetta's so-called wife, Napa, was accused publicly of molesting a toddler, a baby. She has not denied, you know what I'm saying? Tozayak was asked if he was accused of molesting his niece through marriage. He has not denied. He replied that he has no recollection of that. And it's strange because, let me just play the beginning.
Are you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece, through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So
you could interpret that as this stuff happened more than once. So he has no recollection. He says to the lady, you have to inform me of what you're talking about. So you could conclude that it may have happened several times, because one other thing happened several times. See, Shaka Amos had one situation when a girl accused him of having a sexual relationship with the mother and with her at the same time, with the daughter. You see, she claimed that she was underage. He went public, talked about it, and said that he dated the mother and then he dated the daughter, and that the daughter was not underage. That's what he said. Now, the girl claimed that she was underage, right? So I'm like, okay. He says that, that happened, but after he dated the mother and she was not underage. Okay, how will we know? She did not press charges. She did not file a complaint. She did not file a police report. So I'm like, okay, that's what we have so far. And I talked about Morgan Freeman. We had a situation as well where he was with some sort of stepdaughter or something like that. There was a car accident. People talked about it. And shortly after that, he divorced. So, hey, I don't know if some people were paid, to remove stuff from the internet, but you still have some remnants of that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling, okay, if Morgan Freeman doesn't get any heat for being with a stepdaughter, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it fair, But then Shaka Amos himself, let it be known that he has effed other mothers and daughters in the past. So that means it's a pattern. That means that it happened at least 2 other times, which means that it happened at least 3 times. At least it may have happened more. Where is it? There it is.
He basically had a situation where a mother and a daughter, he had sex with both of them. And she's saying you should have known better as a man not to sleep with a mother and a daughter. Now he's saying he slept with a bunch of mothers and daughters. Now, and all she's trying to tell him is it was wrong. That's all it was. He took the video down, but check this. Hear this again.
Stay anonymous. The best fucking thing you could ever do. Fuck out of here. Motherfuckers think I'm worried about something. What the fuck I look like being worried about these bitches? These bitches, they're like clowns. They're like the Three Stooges tripping over each other. They really are. You're like the fucking Three Stooges. Wow. Mika, eat a dick, bitch. They knew better. Why the fuck they fucking each other's man? Bitch, why you don't pose it that way? Fuck you, hoe. Die. Somebody I knew better.
So that's somebody
here.
So that's somebody.
Them bitches with their pussy ain't got no brain? Crazy. Is that it? I gotta take responsibility for their pussy? Is that it? Fuck you, hoe. I gotta take responsibility for their pussy? Is that what you telling me? I gotta take responsibility for what Nicole does with her pussy and what her daughter does with her pussy. It's my responsibility. Fuck out of here.
We got to stop giving titles to people just because.
Hold on.
Fuck out of here. You done. Fuck out of here. I fucked other mother daughters. You don't see them saying no shit like this all over the internet.
He effed other mothers and daughters. You don't see them, saying stuff like this on the internet. So they kept it solid. They kept it quiet. Now the irony is that one of the guys who goes, we have to start giving titles. It sounds like Sabio. He's Sabio Robinson. He goes like, he has a username, psychological, whatever, a mentally disturbed dude, who is a moderator on Pum Pum Smash Rockwell channel. Pum Pum Smash Rockwell, for the record, has not said anything about Sanetta being accused publicly of being a child molester, and Sanetta not denying. Same for Garfield Reed, who used to be accused of being a scammer, but recently he has been accused of being a child molester. He has not denied. Same for Robon. You know what I'm saying? Robon hops up. He knows Robon anyway. I'm pretty sure Robon hopped up on Pum Pum Smash Rockwell panel on a few occasions. You know what I'm saying? He's cool with the Dagger Squad. Basically, Smash Rockwell, he's cool with several people who have been accused of being child molesters and who have not denied. And it's interesting. And that monkey whore thought, hold on. That monkey whore thought Mika Florida, Tamika, the moderator on everybody's panel. I don't know if he was a sloppy toppy, but she happened to find her way as a moderator on all those channels. She's capping for this damn ISUPK Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? She ain't telling to Zayak, you should have known better than to send money to a convicted child molester. So all that is hypocrisy. Sometimes you have some Hebrew Israelites who will point out some case of rape or child molestation only because it comes from a person who is not a Hebrew Israelite. Don't be fooled by that. You can ask a whore thought, Onifan Mika, and that bitch whore thought, Napashada, what's up with that? Ask that bitch ass whore slut monkey Onifan Mika what she thinks about Napashada being publicly accused of molesting a baby, but yet not denying it. Go ahead, VB.
Well, I remember, one of the things that Sanetta said is, he said, I don't agree with it, but he says black people ain't shit, right? And it kind of, in my mind, makes me wonder if he's talking about these kind of people, like these kind of people ain't shit, like people that participate let's say Shaka Amos, the fact that he would sleep with a woman's daughter that he's dating, wouldn't you say he ain't shit? And if the woman would allow a man to sleep with her daughter, a woman that is dating a man, wouldn't you say she ain't shit either? I mean,
well, I don't know if she allowed that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But
I wonder though. I
mm.
wonder, man, because I mean, the thing about it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this particular woman did, but if she did, and there are women that allow that kind of stuff. Sadly, I mean, there are, because if you cap for it, if you make excuses for it, ain't you one of those women?
Well, you know, it's good that you said that, because we have several video footage on YouTube and other platforms where you have a teenage girl, an underage girl, telling her mother that her man, her partner, boyfriend, maybe fiance, I'm not sure, husband, usually it's boyfriend, who's been inappropriate with them, getting into their room, touching them, and all that. And the mothers go off on their daughters, reprimand their daughters. They are so desperate, they're just like the desperate baby mamas that are cool with Sa, that are defending Malachi York, a serial rapist, a child molester who raped boys and girls, sodomized them. They are so desperate, they are willing to be in a relationship with a rapist, with a child molester. That's how desperate they are. On another note,
I think so.
Yeah, that happens, you know, that happens. One girl had to actually film with her mobile phone. The guy didn't know that she was filming, you know. She managed to have the recording and he didn't notice. And he was actually touching her thighs in the car and talking with her like a normal convo.
The reason why the reason why I say
hold on, please.
Right.
I just want to interject about what you said, Brother V. Bennett.
Good. Okay.
Sanada and Queen's Throne said that Sanada said that Shaka Amos was guilty, but he took down the video. Go ahead, VB.
Well, you know, I was going to say, you know, this kind of behavior is the kind of behavior that people say that would say you ain't shit if you involve yourself in, you know, pedophilia, you ain't shit. Scamming people, you ain't shit. You know, sleeping with women's daughters that you're dating, you ain't shit. You know, making excuses for men that do that.
I know what you mean, but then it should say my surrounding and you know, for him to say all black people don't behave like degenerate savages, you know.
No,
but
I'm saying he's the one saying it. So I'm just curious if that's like his projection, like if he feels that way because he engages in that behavior and his associates engage in that behavior. Is that why he believes that black people ain't shit? Like,
I would
is
say
that
no.
just like a projection? You know,
I would say no.
Of his world, his environment.
I would say no, and it makes a lot of sense. You would think, okay, all the people he knows are foul. The majority are foul. They're into rape. They're into child molestation. They're into scamming. Oh, for the record, Morpheus was on a panel. They had a live stream. I didn't watch it. You know, I saw the title about 3 people who speak Arabic and, you know, dealing with whatever it was. You know, we had Brother La, the groupie, Morpheus, and another dude. So I didn't listen to it, but I'm pretty sure Morpheus did not address what people label a scamming attempt that they have done. Well, it's not even just an attempt because money was sent to different cash apps. Garfield's cash app.
What did they just give hypotheticals?
Come again?
What did they just give hypotheticals in the conversation? If a person,
I'm sure they did not address it because, you know, the best thing for them is just not to address it, particularly for Morpheus, you know. But if he addresses, somebody will tell us. Somebody will go in the chat and say, "Oh yeah," I mean, in the comment and say, "Okay, yeah." For the record, he addressed it. But the best thing to do is just it looks so foul and horrible at this point. You know, Reggie knew there was a GoFundMe stuff. You know what I'm saying? They have introduced the person as a father, and he's not the father. It's just horrible. But you know, now they're acting like nothing happened, as they usually do. You see. But that being said, yes, you will think, okay, the people that he's cool with, they are deviants, they are scammers, child molesters, rapists. So but he said the reason why black people and stuff, and he didn't mention that. Sanana has never criticized a rapist. Sanana has never criticized a child molester.
No.
And here is the reason why he says black people and shh, you know, let's hear it from himself.
One thing I can tell you, brother, is black people, we ain't shit, man. Our people ain't shit. Black people ain't shit, bro. We can talk about this white man all day, but nah, man, black people ain't them. We ain't shit, man. Our people is fucked up. This slavery shit, I gotta blame it all on slavery, you hear me? This slavery shit done fucked up our mental, everything, man. We ain't shit as a people. We still trying to live off of what our fucking ancestors did 100 goddamn years ago. We built this. We built America. We built that. Okay, granted, you built all that shit. Now that the white man is not hitting you in the back, nigga, no more to make you build it, here's the question I got for you, What the fuck are we building today? When you ain't being forced to build nothing. What are you building today, What is black people building today?
And for the record, he's talking about black Americans again. How does he label them? Dumb, black ass, N-words.
The niggas, it's like these dumb black ass niggas that was created in America by the white man.
And finally, to each his own, but he has a special lifestyle. Let's hear it from himself. Somehow, somewhere he's explaining how sperm ended up in his mouth.
Accidentally, that's what I have a wet dream. That's what I had a wet dream, and my hands is wet. But somehow I'm sleeping, and you know, I touch my mouth.
So yes, he explained the reason why he figures black people and you know, because we're not building nothing, we rely on what our effing ancestors did. You know, I mean, the nerve of this. Anyway, it's okay. You know. People are happy with that. But for the record, you know, Hebrews are like, no, hold on. Hebrews are like, they are so weak. They are so weak. All the Hebrews would like to go on this panel. Why? Because he not only said that God is a being.
The minute they talk about your God, look at what you're doing. Acting like a bitch, losing all your emotion. So another said God is a bitch. Yes, I said the motherfucker's a bitch.
Now, he also said that the God of the Bible, I'm sorry, the God of the Bible is a bipolar mother effer.
There's nothing special about you because you following some spook ass God, some God who we know is narcissistic, who's demonic, who's a goddamn liar, who's bipolar. The God of the Bible is a bipolar motherfucker.
But he also said that he hates the Israelites, and he said that he and his circle, they hate the Israelites. He was talking to WAC 100. He didn't know that WAC 100 was recording the call. So you can see how far that dude is. He's pretending that he's cool with them. He calls them his brothers, but in reality, he hates them. And the Hebrew Israelites know that, and they act like they haven't heard anything because they are so thirsty for exposure that they will sweep that under the rug. Somebody insulting their own God. Somebody saying that he hates them. And then to Zaya, hold on, let's do this.
You're wrong. You don't know. Everybody on my circuit, they against the Israelites. We hate the Israelites. We can't stand their doctrine.
So Tazariak labels Dr. Martin Luther King a B because allegedly he was teaching to love his enemies, you see. Now, what are they doing? Ask Tazariak who Saneda is to him, he will tell you that's his brother. But yet he hates him. So that makes Tazariak a bitch as well, according to his own standards.
No, it's not a double standard because Joseph's dream didn't have him disobey the Lord. Martin Luther King's dream.
Oh, so is he even going to make excuses for Tazariak calling Martin Luther King? Bitch. Let's find out.
Had him serving white people. Martin Luther King's dream said, prefer the white burger over the black burger. Prefer the white business over the black business.
And please put up that quote, since you want to, apparently you're going to make excuses for it. I would like to see that quote here. from Dr. Martin Luther King.
No matter what the white man do, don't fight back. That's a bitch. That's not a man.
See, y'all could get mad all you want from what Captain Tazariak said, but guess what? Captain Tazariak is right.
We heard it for the record. And I'm lucky that I came across that part. That's because I was looking, for other stuff, other video. Now he's going to bring up Khalid Abdul Muhammad, but what about Kataza?
Now I'm saying it, Trump. Stop that, record it, and play me saying it. Captain Tazariak is right. When a man is constantly spitting in your face and you just doing a protest march, even Malcolm knew that he was right.
Malcolm is in the picture shaking Dr. Martin Luther. But since you gave me to go ahead to make that clip, I will make that clip.
So, Sanetta says that Tazariak is right. Now, Tazariak was saying, no matter what the white man does, that we don't fight back. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King was teaching, according to him. We have that white dude, Kataza, who said that Tupac wasn't shit until he came out of jail. So, this Sanetta Biatch, who talks about Black Power talk, who greets by saying peace and Black Power, he interviewed Kataza, the white dude. There's nothing wrong with him being a white dude, but we're dealing with Tazariak using the race card. You understand what I'm saying? We're dealing with the Hebrews who are like claiming that Israelites are black people, right? And ISUPK having Latinos, white-skinned people of European descent, and trying to turn them black by giving them the title Israelite and by giving them the title Taino. Now, Kataza himself said his mother is Italian, and we've seen his father. He's Puerto Rican, just like Ricky Martin. Is a white person of European descent. They have white people, Esau, Edomites in their rank, and it was stated that they teach that they are closer to the white man than the African. So a white dude can say that Tupac wasn't shit until he come out of jail, disrespecting the legacy of Tupac Shakur. But Bicha Sanetta don't have jack to say about that. I mean, the irony. So Dr. Martin Luther King, Bicha Sanetta agrees with Tazariak when Tazariak labels him a bitch. But the ISUPK that have rapists, child molesters, and Tazariak sends money to a convicted child molester, they're bitches. The child molester that he sends money to is not a bitch. I mean, make that make sense. But they're going to get their camera real soon. They started snitching on each other. You will see. It's only the tip of the iceberg. But go ahead, VB. I was a bit long-winded. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. To me, all I make out of it, when you play one comment against the other comment, I mean, basically what I get out of it is it's a lot of projection. They're talking about their own experiences. They're talking about their reality, what they grew up in, what they've seen, what they feel about the people that they've been in contact with, the people in their group, the people they associate with, the people they network with, people within their network, the people they have experience with. And I wouldn't argue with them, man. If Sanetta says they ain't shit, then they ain't shit. I mean, because look at what they believe, and look at what they do, and look at what they cap for, look at what they justify. So I just think it's like it's all coming full circle. When I don't think it's an accident that he would make these comments, and I don't think it's an accident that you got Tazariak on tape, saying something to the effect that he doesn't recollect. He has no recollection if he raped his niece or not. That means you ain't shit. I mean, these are the conversations you have with people that ain't shit, dog. I mean, this is what I'm saying to you, this is not, I mean, yo,
he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember.
Because I I haven't raped no woman. I haven't raped my niece. I have done, demonstrations, but that's not what activists don't only do demonstrations. It's not like Martin Luther King only did a demonstration. If you think Martin Luther King only did a demonstration, that's what he was. This idiot is stupid. The demonstrations were about something, and if you think that they only did a demonstration about that something that they wanted, that's the most idiotic statement that he can make, because it wasn't just about that one day where they had that demonstration. First of all, they had to educate the entire goddamn population about the law, and that they want demands within the law. You know how hard that was? You know how many days, months, years that took, of networking, mobilizing within their own communities. You see what I mean? He also wanted black business. I mean, you see, he wanted a fair wage. He wanted black workers, truck drivers and trashmen and things like this, just to get the same wage as white people. So they organized marches. And, guess what happened? They got those things. Sonetta wouldn't even be allowed on YouTube. If segregation still existed, he would have to make his own YouTube. But he ain't shit, because you can make your own YouTube right now. Is he doing it? Is that what he's working towards? Is that what he strategized for? Has he had one meeting? Can he show one picture with any what do you call it? I'm sorry. What does the secretary take at meetings? The secretary notes, right? Can you show? Yes. Yeah, the minutes. Can you show the minutes of any meeting where you organize people together to create your own YouTube? Because that's what organizations and business people do. They take minutes at their meetings so everybody know what the hell was talking about. Then they distribute the minutes to everyone that was at the meeting. So there's evidence. You see what I mean? So, I mean, I just think, it's a reflection of his world. And his world is Tazariak. His world is Garfield. His world is Polite. His world is Napashada.
All people accused of child molestation.
Yeah. So I wouldn't argue with him about that. I would just say it's a reflection of his network, his experiences of himself. And if his experience being a black man has been that pathetic, a black person, then fuck it. Why can't you argue with him? The man has had a fucked up life.
You know what my saying? I don't argue, I state facts.
Yeah.
I don't argue, I state facts. Now, what's funny? You mentioned YouTube, like the minutes about him organizing to get his YouTube. Well, according to Pum Pum Smashwalk, it was his idea, he and Onk, that gave the idea to Sonetta to come up with a YouTube. And you can hear Pum Pum Smashwalk saying how he was hating and jealous for years. Let's hear it.
Let me give you just a little about background. Because I got introduced to Sonetta in Berkeley at the Berkeley Flea Market. It's not like he was there, but there used to be in the 90s. There used to be these stands with conscious DVDs. The only place you could get these DVDs, this way before YouTube.
Bootleg.
The only place you could get these DVDs.
Bootleg.
Was I would have to take my family to Berkeley, find the vendor who had the DVDs, then I would ask them, where you getting these DVDs from? And they would say, it's this dude in New York named Sonetta.
Bootleg.
Okay, so now you will have to think, this is almost 10, 15 years before Polite even hit the scene. Honestly, some of us know a history of Sonetta maybe 12 years before Polite, you know what I'm saying? Or any of the stupid scandal stuff, anything. The only old school scandal back then was bootlegging.
That's what I used to do. Beach smash rock.
Say he was bootlegging people's stuff, and
yeah,
whether
they used
that
to
was
say
true or not.
That was true.
The videos I bought in Oakland, I had no access to them other than Sai. And so I'm only saying now it was me and Aunt called Sonetta one day, maybe 2011, 2010, or before that, and we told him to start this YouTube channel. I just don't be.
Now, for the record, let me go back. Listen to the date.
Wrong, yo.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Now, it was me and Aunt called Sarnetta one day, maybe 2011, 2010, or before that, and we told him to start this YouTube channel.
2011, 2010, before that, you know. Now, if it's before that, it is over 2 years difference, you know. 2011, 2010, 1 year. But when you go like 2 years difference, you're already kind of off with the dates because it's not that long ago, you know. We're not talking about the 50s or the 60s, right? Now, in 2010, I was a regular participant on the Amen Ra squad that Pum Pum Smash Wakwa joined after I left. I left in 2011 because they were teaching and allowing people to teach that black means death, according to science, and that Africans are living a jungle life. So I separated myself. I was offered to become a member. I declined because I had to get up at 4 in the morning. And I want to be part of something if I'm there basically all the time, you see. So I respectfully declined, but I was considered and labeled a honorary member by the founder and the host of the Amen Ra squad. We used to go by the name Brother Onk. Now he goes by some other names. So that being said, in 2010, I was a regular participant on the Amen Ra squad, which was a blog talk radio program or radio show. Sanada had his channel on YouTube way before that, at least 2008, probably before that. So he is just definitely off with his date. But let's continue. And for those who don't know, he had several YouTube channels, you know. He will lose them, and I'm talking about Filthy Frankie Sanada. And also for those who may wonder why I use profanity towards Pum Pum Smash Walkwell, is because just because he was wrong by claiming that the Hyksos are fake and that they make that up, and by claiming that Kush is not in Nubia. And I pointed that out respectfully. No profanity. I made a very nice video with a very nice title, Give to Smash Walkwell. The Hyksos are not fake, and they didn't make that up. He had the nerve to disrespect me. He started calling me, you know, Frenchy, French N-word and all that. He said that my father is white. I don't know why. It's not true. He said that I'm Jewish. I don't know why he said that. That is not true. He even challenged me to prove that I was a MMA champion, though I never claimed to be an MMA champion, but I did say that I was a Muay Thai or Thai boxing champion, and I proved that by showing not only the medals but the certificates as well, because they do give you certificates here. The federation does, you know. I've shown them already. He even challenged me to prove that I was studying Egyptology at the institution. I showed my university student card. He didn't have the integrity and dignity to just admit that for the record that his accusation was wrong. But amazingly, he wants me to prove that I was a martial art champion. He wants me to prove that I'm studying Egyptology at the university. But he doesn't ask Garfield to prove his bachelor's degree in history. That makes Smash Walkwell a bitch. Jonathan Owens is a bitch. Also, he doesn't ask Garfield Reed to just speak about the accusation of being a child molester that Sanetta has made and that Julian Nasra has made, you see. And furthermore, Smash Walkwell made fun of my son being taken away against my consent to another continent, which I have spoken about. He even falsely accused me of being a wife beater when it's actually the mother of my son who hid me. And it's a good thing that I talked about that story so many times in the past, you know what I'm saying? And even 7 years ago, I uploaded the audio where we hear the neighbor begging my baby mother to stop hitting me, you know what I'm saying? So even if I had hit her, Sanetta pulled up a knife on Cynthia. Bitch ass Smash Walkwell has no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Cynthia, Sanetta's wife, cut his face off according to Queen's Throne and Uncle Shu. Bitch ass Smash Walkwell don't talk about no domestic abuse. And finally, Spoon Spoon Smash Walkwell even made fun of my son being taken away, talking about I don't know what's going on with him. What if my son is being molested? So now Spoon Spoon Smash Walkwell want to talk about my son. Maybe he's being molested because he's far away from me. But the child molesters that he's cool with, he was butt kissing to Zayak. Zayak was asking if he molested his niece through marriage. The Zodiac answered, he has no recollection of that. Basically, he doesn't remember. Bicha's Pum Pum Smash Walker has no problem with that. He thinks that it's a normal response, right? He knows that the Zodiac sends money to a convicted child molester. He has no problem with that. He knows that Sanetta was accused of having sex with a 15-year-old girl in his 30s. Sanetta has not denied that. The girl, Nikki Chanel, has not denied that. That's not a problem to Pum Pum Smash Walker. And the list goes on. Rabon also was accused publicly by Sanetta and Julian Nasra of being child molesters. And now Napasha Da, Sanetta's wife, you know, and we know that Pum Pum Smash Walker has been swallowing Sanetta and kissing his butt like he was candy, right? That's not a problem to him. So he wants to talk about my son and make an accusation about my son. But for the people that have been publicly accused of that, he has no smoke, no energy. So Pum Pum Smash Walkwell, regardless of his rap career that he's trying to highlight damn near every live stream that he does now, you can just look at the thumbnails, you know what I'm saying? He will go down in history as one of the biggest bitch that the black community has ever known. And it's sad, but he brought it on himself. And then you want to say, oh, you're trying to associate me with ninjas from another coast. What was he talking about? Back in 2010, 2011, and maybe before that, he was telling Filthy Frankie, you know, to come up with a YouTube channel. He's basically trying to take credit for the YouTube channel. He associates himself with those cats, and Bobby Banger will also go down in history like a bitch as well, because all this child molestation and rape is not a problem to them. Well, let's continue.
I just don't be around like that, but in the background, I'll be around, and we got him to start his YouTube. From that, he monetized it, and it grew hella big, and now it's like...
You heard that? We got him to start his YouTube. Bicha Sanetta, do you agree with that? Do you agree that Smash Walkwell and all got you to start your YouTube?
One of the biggest conscious things. But if you look into what people know about him, his history and shit, he got a, I mean, and I'm not no fucking defendant. I'm just saying I know about him so much longer than before Polite even stepped on the scene.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And so now he being fried by one character who stepped into his platform who, yeah, because it was like, this was so fucked up. And I used to think, like, why you give this nigga more even props than me, nigga? Why's you letting him get more shine on your show than even me? Who told you to set up the fucking YouTube? Yeah, but you know I got the real knowledge, but you turned into this nigga named Polite, making him this big-ass character in the conscious community. Now, these are some of the things that I see. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It would be, he would favor Polite, but none of this had nothing to do with or none of these extra claims or the extra shit we frying Polite about now. This was just strictly because the people would click on this nigga videos more, excuse me. He would get more views because Polite had this enigmatic shit that made black people want to look. If y'all saying I'm lying, I'm just only looking at the views.
You telling the truth.
So he just, now I'm thinking as if I was Sa, or put yourself in Sa's shoes. The nigga got some weird shit going on with these extra wives and shit. Maybe you got some information one day, but right now he your money maker. So how you dealing with it? You dealing with it by probably not really even trying to address that shit until you get some. And y'all can tell me where I go off because I'm only coming from my own nature.
He
you
doesn't know what he's
trying
saying.
not to think about it or try until it really hit the fucking fan and you find out
Smash?
some of this shit
He doesn't
about
even know what he's saying.
your breadwinner is fucking true because he made him a breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and eventually that shit backfired.
So you heard him by his own admission. He was hating for all these years. For all these years. My goodness. That's just funny.
Yeah, that's interesting, you know. But I think he got those dates wrong about Polite too, you know. I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like he sees Sanetta, House of Consciousness. It seems like House of Consciousness is obviously something that he sees as very big. And he sees himself as contributing to the creation of it, brainstorming it, right? Brainstorming it, but it's a fucking wreck.
I mean, to take credit for brainstorming this shit is like, what, motherfucker? Like, whoa, like, you got it wrong, dude. Like, this dude was fucked up and you blew him up. You didn't step off. Look, he say that the first big, scandal that happened was blah, blah, blah. Yo, dude, are you literally saying that you didn't see or hear anything about Sarnetta and whatever his name is, Reggie, releasing Sarah Sutton-Seti's personal information to get him harmed? So, in other words, these debates, you're supposed to be organizing something positive for Black people to grow from. This positive thing is called a debate, where you come with your different backgrounds, your different religion, your different views about life and what's good for the future of Black people, and you stand behind another Black man threatening the life of a Black man that comes to your platform that you say is for Black people. That is the height of stupidity, dude. See, this is the thing. These guys don't understand. If you're too busy threatening each other's lives, you can't have no upliftment. You can't have a conversation. You cannot be a part of any intellectual build. That's the exact opposite of the intellectual build. When you start,
you gave one example, which took place years ago. Now, Saar claimed that somebody hacked his account. He saw a video with Seti's face, government name and address. He uploaded it. There was a backlash. So the best thing he came up with is somebody hacked my account. We don't believe that, but it is what it is. I addressed that in the past. That was like over 10 years ago. You think people may change? Recently, he put my government name, just like Pum Pum Smashwakwa put my government name. Smashwakwa has not stated that he did not give my address to Saar. I only asked. And he tried to make us believe that he doesn't have people's address when they buy products from him. Now, Sarnetta said that he would put my face, my government name, and my home address, hoping that some Black power people would get at me. Don't hold your breath, Saar. Now, recently, he did the same thing with a sister who is a supporter of this channel. He said her government name, he said he has her address, and he would share her address. He even said he will call her workplace.
It's the height of cowardice, man.
It's the height of cowardice to a female that he would call her workplace. I mean, Mika Florida, that thought whore, she was in the hospital. I ain't gonna call her hospital so that she loses her job. You know what I'm saying? Besides, she has children. You know what I'm saying? So and even if Filthy Frankie had a normal job, a 9-to-5 or part-time job, I did not even flag these people. I did not even flag Saar. I did not even flag Pum Pum Smashwakwa, despite all the slander and defamation that they have made. But Pum Pum Smashwakwa, who tried to act like he's a tough dude from Oakland, who signed a record deal at 17 years old, who likes to play a video of a fight that he had with some other rappers, he's the same guy who told YouTube that he was in the process of filing a restraining order to the Superior Court of California. All this for me. How much of a Pum Pum can he be? But go ahead, VB.
Well, I was just saying that lady, approaching people this way with these threats, in this kind of way, right? Whether it's about a debate or whether it's about a disagreement, approaching these things this way, male or female, by putting out people's addresses, or trying to dox people, that is the height of cowardice. That means you cannot win a dialogue. That means you do not stand on your thoughts and your views and your principles. That's what that means. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean,
but hold on, brother. But VB, sorry to interject.
No,
but
go
you
ahead.
see, yes, it is the height of cowardness. When it's a female who just wrote a message in response to his so-called wife, Nabasha, threatening. She's threatened people before. She even said she can kill people. If she wants to, she can kill people. Now, the sister only wrote
said that?
Nabasha. I mean, I don't know if I will find it
out her damn
immediately.
mind, you know?
I don't know if I will find it immediately. You know, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Now, before I share the link, I will just play it, and if that's the right one, then I will share the link. All right. Oh, several times in the past, she alluded that, you know, if it's up to her, she can get rid of people.
My husband is a king, but guess what? I'm a queen. My husband is a god, but guess what? I'm a god. I will fucking blast the hell out of you motherfuckers. I'll kill all of you if I want to, but I'm a good God. I'm a very righteous God. And I let you live.
That's called receipts. Here's the link. The title of the link. I did not come up with that title. I did not put that video up. You see, that video was put how long ago? 1 year ago. 1 year ago. You see the channel here? It's not me. I didn't make that up. Who spoke? I didn't say it. She said it. Napa said it. Let me save that video before it's off the internet, before she goes and flag it. You know what I'm saying? So she made similar kind of threats towards Qasem Hammurabi. So Qasem Hammurabi just wrote, you know, hey, my husband plays golf with, you know, the commissioner or the mayor or something, one of the two. Then Filthy Frankie lost his damn mind and even cursed her husband, because the mayor, because the commissioner said that he's going to call her workplace. But yet he's the one who said that he will be putting up reports of molestation in Harlem and the Bronx, but has yet to put it out. Which shows us Sanetta is a child molester protector. He is a piece of shit. He is a sucker.
After this whole polite case go on, and when this shit is over with, I want to see all you niggas. Listen to me good, y'all. Rob Bourne, Garfield, all y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see all you niggas, because I'm gonna be pulling up some reports of molestation in Harlem, in the Bronx, some fresh ones that just went on. I want to see y'all stand up and fight.
So you know what? I'm going to let you feel free to go on, Brother VB. But at this point, I can put an end to the stream. I will make a clip of that video of Nepal. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll be using this as well, because she claimed that she is a god as well. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange for a Hebrew Israelite, male or female, to claim to be a god. And she clearly said that she can kill everybody if she wants to. But she's what? A merciful God? Let's hear it again.
My husband is a king, but guess what? I'm a queen. My husband is a god, but guess what? I'm a god. I will fucking blast the hell out of you, motherfucker.
What is this?
I'll kill all of you if I want to, but I'm a good God. I'm a very righteous God. And I let you live.
She's a good God, and she let us leave. She basically, she's giving us a pass. Go ahead, Brother VB.
You know, I just think, man, you know, it's sad, but these people definitely don't have Black people's best interests at heart, you know, at all, man. This is not in the least positive, you know. Nothing that they're doing is positive. Nothing that they're saying is positive. Their approach to life is negative. It's not positive, you know. It's not empowering, you know. It's not showing, you know, everybody has struggles. Every group of people have struggles. Every individual has struggles. But it's how you approach your struggles that show what kind of character you have, you know, and also show what type of depth you have, you know, and approaching things, So I just think that unfortunately these people take up a lot of space. That's why I think Smash Rockwell, he should be if he does see himself as an architect or the brain behind it, a person that had the vision to, wow, Sarnetta, you should have this platform. Well, he should be disgusted by what came out of it. I mean, he should speak about that disgust, because I hope what came out of it was not his intention, was not his wish.
I agree, brother. I agree. He would say that, what he's become, he's not happy with that. But I've never heard Smash Rockwell criticizing a rapist or a child molester. I'm just saying it, and he can go ahead and start with ISUPK and to Zodiac sending money to a convicted child molester. He's very uncomfortable when we talk about rape or child molestation. That's why I ended up asking, has he ever raped anybody in his life?
Yeah, bro.
It's not difficult to answer. Check this out. I, Shaka Nugukemet, I've never raped anybody in my life. They do the same. Go ahead, brother VB.
Yeah, I have never raped anybody in my life either.
That easy. It takes a few seconds.
You've been it, so it's just, and it's
takes about 5 seconds.
Exactly, especially when you've been asked about it.
And,
like, damn.
And I have another question. Has Smash Rockwell ever witnessed somebody getting raped in his life? Because some people don't rape themselves, but they are here. Their homies do some stuff. They may do gang rape, or it may be just one dude raping, and then here sitting down and watching. Maybe not sitting down, maybe standing up and watching. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think that's empowering, like to discuss the environment. Just just admit that we do come from we do, if we're talking about the United States, or we talking about the Western world, or we talking about the world, we do come from a world where rape is widespread. And so it's nothing wrong with discussing how widespread it is, how you've had to encounter it as a child, as a young man, or as a girl. Just the fact that, I mean, even as just knowing that you know young girls that have been raped, teenagers that have been raped, just knowing them, that other guys took advantage of them, or even knowing that, looking, introspectively at yourself, how the whole idea, a lot of becoming a man, what's sold on TV is, sex, get some sex, get that virgin, lose your virginity. That's what it takes to be a man. You finally lost your virginity, right? Hoorah! But then you find out that it doesn't mean nothing, man. It's a physical function. It's a physical function. You lost your virginity. You can't get it back. It's a physical function. But what else have you done? You knocked a girl up. You got her pregnant at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But what else have you done, with your life? What else have you achieved at that age? It's not really an achievement, but we're brought up to think that it's an achievement, and that's the part of the world we come from, sadly. Not saying that it's all sad, but that's a reality. So it's nothing wrong with discussing these things and trying to communicate to the youth that, hey, this is not what life is about. This is not a goal that you want to reach. This is something that should be sacred, something that should be special for you. But this is not important, really. It's not so important as developing yourself as an individual. Your ability to understand math, sciences, just sciences in general, so you could take care of yourself, so you could build something yourself, so you could have the wisdom to walk patiently through life while you're building something, not rush, not take things personal, not be fooled by who has a little bit of money in their pocket and designer clothes from who doesn't. A lot of that comes down to science, and your understanding of science, man. And so I just think we don't want to have those conversations. A lot of us, as grown men. Like you saw, look at that platform. You saw Sinetta. He's walking around, instead of talking about the things that benefit young people's perspective and strengthening their perspective, he's talking about, did he have a wet dream and did sperm get in his mouth? I mean, that's his conversation he's having. He's wasted all that space.
Let me play it again. Let me just play
What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth, what do you mean accidentally? That's when I have a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream, and my hands is wet, but somehow I'm sleeping, and I touch my mouth.
Yeah, man. That's what they're doing with that space. That's what they use that space for. That's what they use that play. And that, and of course they're going to hear this and then try to pivot and say that, we do debates about African history. Man, let me tell you, African history is important. Black history is important. But what's even more important is global history, world history. And because that encompasses all, right? But what's even more important than that is also your understanding of science, math, your understanding of the basic sciences. History, you could look at it as a science too, if you want to. Yeah, so art, you could look at it as a science. Yeah, art, but I think these guys, they limit what history is. They limit what the sciences are. They limit the whole dialogue, the whole discussion, and they limit it to something that's often harmful, ridiculous, stupid. I mean, do you really? I don't like to talk down about people's religion, but do you really think religion is that important, or is discipline more important? Discipline, spirituality, like your ability to be able to love, a family member, or to feel at peace with yourself. Is that more important? People will argue that religion is for that, but look around the world. Look at how many people have a religion. Do you think that it's really for that? Do you think that's what religion is for, or do you think it's for something else, more politically orientated? I mean, man. So I don't know. Maybe I'm long-winded. I'm going on, but
you're good. For them, religion is a hustle, brother.
I think it is. For them, it's a hustle because they want to talk about the things about religion that don't really matter. I mean, they want to know, like,
how young can you have sex with a girl? Is rape okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, dang, they have rape doctrine. We've seen that.
Yeah,
go ahead, brother.
Yeah, exactly. And they want to know if it's the real story. They want to know if that story is real. They want to, and that is the most idiotic thing of all, because why would you care if that story was real when that's just one story of millions of thousands of stories that existed in time that maybe didn't last? I mean, 2,000 years ain't old, man. Try finding a story from 10,000 years ago. Try finding a story from 20,000. Then you got something. But don't ever think that Abrahamic religion or even Kemetic history, religion, is the first religions of man. The time where the soul was discovered, the time where the importance of venerating a lost one and their burial. Don't ever think that started then, 4,000 years, 3,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And these guys literally, they feel that it's so important that it exposes the fact that they don't realize how limited they are. They want to know if they're connected to those people. Well, even if you were, you're also connected to some other people way before that too. So why get stuck on that? But they stuck on it, brother. You can see they stuck on it. So, yeah. That's it, Shaka.
They're stuck on stupid on it.
They stuck on stupid on it, bro. They are stuck. They can't just say it's not special. I have the right to my religion. I can pray at the dinner table if I want, and I can pray for the safety of my children and for everyone to have a nice day. They don't want to leave it at that. Nah, they want to tell you it. They want to tell you that, the ancestor what's his name, blah, 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 from Canaan was real and I'm related to him. That's what's more important. That has to be real, Shaka, for anything else to matter, for anything else to be useful of that religion. That has to be real. It's like, come on, man, it's idiotic. Do they? Nobody argues who discovered science. Did your ancestor discover, algebra? If not, fuck algebra. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at it from that way. No, they get involved in algebra, practice algebra, learn algebra. They don't give a fuck who invented it because it's real. It works.
You said F algebra, and it reminds me of that Brandon dude, with a username on YouTube called Pan-Africanism Strike Back. The dude who Pan-Africanism strikes back, the dude who said that there are some benefits of slavery. If during slavery, the slave master taught you how to read, then it is a benefit. It is a skill that he taught you. And if you run away, then there's a sign said, don't go that way. Then you know what I'm saying? You get enslaved, your family member gets raped, killed, you get whipped, you get forced to work, but there's some benefit because your slave master taught you how to read, as if it's something that was common. That was an exception for a slave master to teach a black person how to read. How can you make a rule out of an exception? But that being said, his moderator wrote, F what our ancestors did. I played that. I showed that. His moderator wrote, F what our ancestors did, So he has a right to be down with Trump and the Republicans, But I don't know many black Republicans who will be as silly as to come up publicly and do a live stream and talk about the benefits of slavery and then say black people need to stop talking about slavery. Nobody tells the Jewish people to stop talking about the Holocaust.
No, they would. I don't even think they would. Well, if you did it on TV, if you did it from a podium, if you did it as a politician, if you did it as a judge, as a civil servant, if you did that as a director of a company or a manager of a company, then they would sue your ass. They would spend some time fucking you over and making you regret it. But if you're just a stupid ass like Sarnetta, they may not even waste their time. Because they realize you don't matter when you're saying that, So they address things depending on who's saying it and if they matter at all in the society. And the truth of the matter is that, look at what they say every day. The white man ain't shit. The white man. Nobody's barking because you don't matter when you're saying it. People only get upset when you matter, when you can have some effect on them, on their lives. And when you can't, they just, they overlook it and walk away. And that's what happened in America. Nobody cared that they talked about the white man. No one really cared because you can't do anything pretty much about it. And it's also irrelevant to some degree. It's because it's not rocket science that Europeans came to America, Europeans and Asiatics, descendants of Europe, whatever you want to call it, the people under the guise of the Catholic Church, and their converts. It's not a rocket science that they came and tried to enslave the natives, committed genocide against the natives, and brought African slaves. It's not a rocket science, but that's not the beginning of their history. You see, that's the thing about it. So when they say the white man, and it's not all encompassing, they label an entire group for a specific act against them, which is not wise, because every black person wasn't on your side. Every Asiatic wasn't on your side. It's just like every European wasn't against you. You see what I mean? So they're just, when they say these kind of things, they just kind of show that they don't matter, dude, because it's idiotic. It's not a wise way to approach things when you want to affect change, because no one's going to let you just blanketly label them and then help you. Jewish people don't want to be blanketly labeled any more than black people or Muslims want to be blanketly labeled. But why would they help you if you're going to blanketly label them? By the way, why labels blanketly label people when there's some good and bad people of all types that have played parts in these things. You know, Europeans went to war against each other. They fought each other. Different groups, you know, different groups of people have always been at each other's necks from the beginning of time. So it's just, I think these guys approach things from an unhealthy perspective, and nobody should take pride in that. That's what I think, you know, personally. And I can't wait till they get finished with, you know, and more young people begin to wake up so they can really begin to empower themselves, because Black Americans, number one, and Black people, diaspora Black people have a lot of power, but particularly Black Americans have a lot of power. It would be a shame to waste it and not knowing where the power lies. You see what I mean? And that's what I think. So yeah, bro.
I agree. Well, thank you very much, brother VB. What I'm gonna do,
yeah, Donnie said Frankie don't matter.
Yeah, he doesn't matter. He doesn't matter.
Not in the big picture, in the little, you know, to us he matters, but to he's not affecting Europeans' quality of life, white Americans' quality of life, Arabs, Indians, no other group of people's quality of life. The only people's quality of life he's affecting is basically African Americans or urban African people. You could say westernized, you know, because we're the ones that get fooled or get caught in these you know, pseudo religions, these pseudo cults. You know what I mean? He only matters to us because he's at, you know, he's we're the ones being plagued with it, but nobody else believes in this shit. Everybody else laughs at it and calls it stupid. You know,
for the record, Senator told me, F your mother, F your daughter. He told Uncle Shug, F your mother, your whole family, your son, your daughter. He told Curse of Hammurabi, F you, F your husband. He even said, F the mayor, F the commissioner. Now, bitch ass Senator, go ahead and say, fuck Malachi York. Go ahead. Say, fuck Malachi York. He has been sentenced to 135 years in prison for molesting children, for raping boys and girls, sodomizing them, giving them herpes and chlamydia. Go ahead, for the record, and say it. Have you ever been a Nubian? Have you ever been a Hebrew Israelite? Are you still a Nubian if you have been one? Are you still a Hebrew Israelite if you have been one? Anyway, thank you very much, Brother VB. I'm going to make a clip of that woof woof lady so I can use it, you know, and have it at my disposal. So thank you very much.
Okay.
And yeah,
talk, bro. Be good.
Yeah.
All right. One. Peace.
All right. Peace, brother. So let me use that stuff to make a clip. Okay.
My husband is a king, but guess what? I'm a queen. My husband is a god, but guess what? I'm a god.
So her husband, Sanada, is a god, and she is a god. According to who? Woof woof. She said it. I didn't say it. For those who don't know, she goes by the name Napashada.
I'll fucking blast the hell out of you motherfuckers. I'll kill all of you if I want to, but I'm a good God. I'm a very righteous God. And I let you live.
She's giving us a pass. Okay. I'm going to make my closing remarks. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Duaitu, Duanicheru, Hotel. Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'at4ever.